Oh, excuse me. I didn't realize we were recording. Here, tricks are for kids. Oh, no, those are Fruit Loops. But you are what you eat. Welcome to Philosophy Online. I'm Ken Adams, and I will be your instructor. I have taught philosophy at the University of Arkansas, Hope, Texarkana since 2002. This is a web course, of course. So there's more latitude than if it was in person. You can study at any time, and that's good. But it also demands discipline. You can't wait until the last minute to do your work. Studying philosophy is a great way to learn not only to think, but also what you think. Through this course, we will survey great philosophers of the past, but it should help you discover your own philosophy of life. Pay attention, and you will learn how to think for yourself rather than parrot other people's thoughts. Let me show you how to navigate this website. Obviously, you have already clicked the button, click here to begin, because you're watching this video. This is your website for Introduction to Philosophy. This is where we'll begin in a minute, but first I want to remind you that there are weekly office hours. Every Tuesday at 10, from 10 to 11. I am available for you if you want to talk to me directly over a Zoom type meeting. Send me a text and I'll make an appointment for you. You've already clicked here to begin because you're watching the introductory video, but I still want to go through some of this stuff with you in case you haven't looked at it or you're confused. Here's a read me first. I hope you've read that already. This tells you some very important things that you should look at. But I want to point out this thing about word lists. Okay? I'm going to talk to you about that in just a minute. It's really, really important for your success in this class. Here's a course calendar. This lists every chapter that we're going to go through, and what the assignments are going to be, and the date that they are due. They're always due on Monday. So if you'd like to review this, you can see it here. If you get lost, you can come back here. These are your assignments. There are 1,000 possible points, and each assignment is worth a certain amount of points. You can easily see here that the quizzes, 150 possible points, they must be worth 10 points each, and they are. The final exam is worth 100 points. But the ethics essay that you write is going to be 200 points. Don't neglect to do a good job on that. Here's about me. If you want to look at me, there you can. Okay, technology. Here's Respondus. In order to take the quizzes and the tests, you must download the Respondus Lockdown browser, and you must follow the information. If you do not follow the rules of Respondus, then you will lose points on your quiz. You only have 2 opportunities to blow it here, and I'll be sending you to a proctor. That means you'll have to go on campus and take your test. So if you don't understand something, let me know. Otherwise, follow the information. Here's NetTutor. Here are some philosophy research websites. Let me give you some advice that when you do research in philosophy, that you go to a legitimate site. That would be something that's .edu, or a religious website, or one of these. Those are legitimate in that you're going to get something from someone who knows what they're talking about. Here are some articles if you're interested in knowing, is it moral to go to war? There is a philosophical answer to that. Is Christianity incompatible with philosophy? You may want to know about that as well. I've had students worried that I was going to teach them to become an atheist. Well, why don't you read that if you're worried about that? Now here's your ethics essay. You may do this at any time, but I don't suggest that you start it until you've had a few weeks under your belt so that you know kind of what you're talking about. It is due on April 27th, week 14. You cannot submit it until then. See these instructions to find out what you can write on and how you're supposed to write it. Here are your lessons. Let's open one of them up so you can see what a typical week is like. I say typical, some weeks are a little different, but they mostly follow this type of a format. There is a summary over the previous week's lesson. You should read this because it will help you take the quiz, and you should take the quiz as soon as possible, as soon as this is open for you, because this is a quiz over the previous week's material. And why would you do this at the end of the week? You should do it at the beginning of the week. That's when this information is freshest to you. All right, here's an overview. And here are your assignments. You should listen to the introductory video. You should listen to the lecture. Here is the word list. The words on the word list are the essential pieces of information from that week, from the lecture and from the textbook. You'll need both of those to answer this word list. You'll need both of those in order to take the quiz and understand it. Do not send it to me. It's not worth any points, but trust me on this. You will be able to do much better in this course. You will understand things better. You will get higher points on the quiz if you do the word list. The quizzes are based on the word list. Most of the questions in the quiz come from the word list. Most of the questions from the final come from the quizzes. So do the word list and don't lose it. There is a publisher supplied PowerPoint, and here's your assignment. So you see, this is assignment week 5. This is kind of an overview, but in order to get into the actual submission, you have to click here, view instructions. So in case you have not done this yet, you should make sure you've taken the quiz and watch the short intro video. Listen to the lecture. These are the questions that you need to answer. So you'll type them in here, or you'll type them in Word on your computer and then upload them here in the submission box. If you choose to type your information in a document and then upload it, make sure you do not use a PDF. If you submit an assignment in a PDF, you will lose 1 letter grade. Okay? So anyway, let's suppose you're going to answer them like this. Then this button will light up and you can submit it and submit it. And then it comes to me. That's not the only thing you need to do this week, though. There's also a forum. A forum is a discussion where you will submit information according to what is posted here. And then you will respond to 2 other students. But when you respond, make sure it's substantial and specific. Don't say, "Great job, Eleanor," or "I really disagree with you on that, Patrick." Tell me why it's a great job. Tell me what you disagree with in order to get full credit. Then there's a journal entry. There are 10 journal entries that you'll have to do, and how to write them is in this document. As an online course, you must take the initiative to maintain your studies. Work at a steady pace, adhering to the schedule. Please don't wait until the last minute to begin your work. Your grade updates immediately after I grade your assignment, usually within 72 hours of the due date. Journal entries and the ethics essay may take longer. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to finish my breakfast.